Welcome back. You're watching the weekly brief right here on News9. Well, Meesho founder Vidit Atre has become a billionaire, and he's become a billionaire thanks to the fabulous IPO that we saw of Meesho on December 10th. And in less than 10 days or just about 10 days, 6 or 7 trading days, the stock value has doubled from its listing price. We'll come to the stock value, Shri, but Rakesh, I want to understand from you, in this highly competitive space with the big daddies of e-commerce, including Walmart-owned Flipkart and Amazon's own sort of Amazon.in here in India, out of nowhere comes a Meesho serving tier 2, tier 3 city customers, shoppers, and it's made a killing on the stock market. What did it do right with the business model?
So first and foremost, I think the way it approached in expanding the catchment area. So, the ability to attract a producer, including a housewife, into the fold of e-commerce. Okay. It essentially started as a social enterprise. It was social commerce, then pivoting to democratizing the e-commerce space. That's a plus for Meesho. Okay. And second, tier 2, tier 3, generally people have a view that it's not that profitable or formidable as a business case. It's increasingly being proved wrong. I mean, rural is robust. Right. That's what the business model is. Absolutely. And then within the framework, they got into expanding the catchment area. They have a target of 100 million entrepreneurs in their catchment area. This is what in the IPO they listed out. Out of that, 16 million is already the number today. That's a very large number. Out of 16 million, 10 million are women. 10 million women, catchment area, tier 2, tier 3 cities. Innovations like Meesho Mall, then the video in-house showing. Right. They're innovating at each level of the business
model.
Plus
a zero commission model.
That's
plus no hoarding of inventory and keeping it in your warehouses and dealing with the losses that come out of that.
So that's what asset light.
An asset light model. And of course, add to that the fact you're not in that rush to make that order delivery the very next day. Let it take 4 days, 5 days, as long as the customer keeps coming back to you and what you're delivering is at a lower cost to the customer and to you as a business. But coming specifically to the stock performance, I mean, we've been calling so many IPOs blockbuster IPOs, but nothing in recent history beats Meesho
Best
IPO.
performing IPO of 2025, without doubt.
Yeah.
So the important thing that I think investors have recognized about Meesho is this, Karthik, that this is the Pinduoduo of India. In China, you have a company called Pinduoduo, which is exactly, fashioned as Meesho is, focus on tier 2, tier 3 cities, no commission, asset-light model. They make money on delivery and on the ads that run on the network. And Pinduoduo is a $150 billion company today. Okay. Then there's another company called Shopee, which is Singapore-owned. Right. Again, similar to Pinduoduo and Meesho. That's, I think, valued at about 50. If you look at the valuation, now that you're talking about the valuation, the revenue to the price multiple of these two companies is about 3.5. In the case of Meesho, it's about 9. Why is the Indian investor willing to give them a greater multiple? It's because they know that the Indian market, the tier 2, tier 3 market is just about being penetrated. Right. There's a huge opportunity which someone like a Meesho has. The only thing which Meesho has to guard against is, of course, copycats. It needs to make sure that it builds a significant moat, which tomorrow doesn't, for example, it won't take much for a Flipkart or an Amazon to launch another Meesho and, kill them. Right. So that's something they have to guard against. But right now, investors are very bullish about the model that they see, which is like a Pinduoduo of China.
Right.
And from a corporate governance, corporate governance, a couple of quick points. One is that, Meesho is my shop, but then quality parameters is still to catch up. There are challenges there. There have been cases where, so to say, companies or small home workers have directly approached a database which has leaked allegedly from the servers. So on hygiene of corporate governance, that's one area. Second, they're getting into new areas like, loans for,
entrepreneurs.
So is that a right idea or not, but these are, they have to be careful about, the fintech business getting into that space. Right. Otherwise, tier 2 story is only growing and they should grow with that and keep on improving the service parameters.
Absolutely. So the wealth is not literally in the bottom of the pyramid in this case, but the wealth can be generated from catering to cities beyond just the metros and beyond the first-tier cities. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. And with that, we come to the end of another edition of the Weekly Brief. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.